What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to another episode of Promotion Wars. This is episode number 45. We're keeping on going as we get closer and closer to the Show of Shows 2. From last week, we built up our hardcore division. See, a few months or less than a month ago, we built up our women's division again. This last week, we built up our hardcore division, and so today we're going to work on tag team divisions. So let's get into the action. Let's load up our HVW Fed. Now, I did some work on this. What I did was I built some tag teams that basically built a bunch of tag teams off of our existing roster. So we now have Brooks Boys, led by Brooke Hogan. We have Andrew Everett and Mike Bennett. We got Kaz XL and Eric Redbeard are a team. As we've our former tag team champs, Hero in London. Corey Hollis and Anthony Bennett are a team. They signed on the same day. Why not put them as a team? We still have Huffman and Cash PD. We have our current tag team champs, Madhausen. We have our friends, the Kevins. And we have the Samoans. Might put in some more teams, but that's a good start for us. And I added some feuds with this. Basically, I took away almost every feud. The only feud I left was Sherrington and Callahan because I've now added Adam Williams and Carl Anderson, and this is going to lead into that mixed tag team feud. But Leo Rush is going to feud with that Disco guy. That Disco guy is probably not going to wrestle a lot because we want to save him for the Show of Shows for that title match. So I think we'll see Leo Rush taking on Bruiser Bruno for now because we know they can put on a good match and Disco Guy can interfere. We got Gonzalez and Cannon. I kind of want to get the TV title in one of their hands. Right now, Maccabee holds it, but I want this feud to kind of have that belt at some point. We have Hollis and Bennett versus Brooks Boys. They're going to be in a feud. We got Madhausen going to feud with Brett Lane and Johnny Volume, who I didn't actually even put as a tag team yet. Scotty Valentine is going to be in a hardcore feud against the Green Phantom. We got Kaz and Redbeard are going to go in a feud with Hero in London. We got Chavo Guerrero going to be the antagonist to Lance Anoa'i and the interstate title right now. Two great wrestling families, you know. And then Susie Parkman and Heather Reynolds is our women's one. Our champs are not in it right now, but these two put on a hell of a match during the house show this last one, so they earned it. I mean, they were 85 in a one-off. So imagine we build this feud up. They're going to go crazy. So that's going to be our feuds and our tag teams. Let's go into the show, Wednesday Night Warriors, and book some matches. So again, we did 1,200. So we'll go South Surrey Arena, 8. So we're going to go into a regular match, and it's going to be our number one contender, Leo Rush. And he's going to go up against Bruiser Bruno. Bruiser is going to kind of take the place of like L.A. Park when number one contender Paul London got injured. Austin Aries fought L.A. Park for an entire month, and Paul London kept jumping in. You know, he wasn't in the fights, but he was still adding to the feud. And so Bruiser's going to play the heel against Leo with Disco probably jumping in. Okay. So our next match is going to be a tag team match. What we're going to do is we're going to put Kaz and Redbeard versus Hero in London because, you know, this is a draw value match. They're all pretty high up on our draw value. You know, London's here, Redbeard's here, Hero's here. Kaz is a little further down, but I mean, usually we got we got some of our biggest name draws in this match up here. We'll have another tag team match, this time with Madhausen versus Volume. Actually, let's not have that one yet. Let's have Chavo and Lance, because put them more towards the upper. Then we'll do our Danhausen and Mad versus Brett and Johnny. I think Brett and Johnny would give us would be a little less forgiving, or they'd be a little more forgiving to be in the 5 than Lance right now. Lance is the one who's more ticked off at us. So let's put we'll pull the trigger here. Let's go intergender tag match. We won't put the title on the line yet, but we'll put Adam Williams and Tony Callahan against Carl Anderson, and Alicia Sherrington, the tag champs. All right, we're going to put the parking lot title on the line. Scotty Valentine defends against the Green Phantom. I don't want to put that. I want to put them later. Oh, we can put Parkman and Reynolds would not hate being in the 2 spot. So let's put them. And then we'll just put Ryan Nemeth in the Andy Black position. All right. So that is going to be our roster. We got a bunch of our tag teams already seeing some action. So this should be interesting. We're going to build up these feuds. We're about 4 weeks away from the show of shows. So we're less than that. So it'll be good to get these feuds going. By the time we get to that show, these feuds could be pretty decent. All right, we're going to see the highlights. 11:36 showed up. So we got an interesting story as our title. We have the good intercontinental feud or interstate feud, and then now we've got our 3 divisions looking good. With the referee's back turned, Nemeth cheats, rolls him up, handful of tight, and Andy Black's 0 for 2021 continues with a cheating victory by Ryan Nemeth. This will be interesting. So this episode, we won't have as many high profile because we've seeing a lot of first time they're facing each other. Oh, Kaz and Redbeard coming out. They're going to cut a promo on Hero in London. That's good. because they're just being introduced as a team. Here comes Hero and London. They come out and hit back a promo on their own and walk back to the locker room. Now, Redbeard is no stranger to Hero and London because he was feuding with them with Aries. So Parkman hits the DDT on Reynolds. Susie Parkman's going to get the win. And that's going to help this feud as the favorite actually gets upset here. And Susie Parkman takes the win. I think my roommate's playing Grand Theft Auto downstairs because there's every so often someone randomly shouting down. And Renee Paquette backstage with Hollis and Bennett, another group. They'd like to get their thought on the Brooks boys. Bennett says they're terrible. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused because this storyline started out by talking about Hollis and Bennett, but then the teams kind of got twisted there. But Valentine and Green Phantom. All I know is there was a battle. Oh, I did not make this a parking lot championship. I made it a parking lot championship match. I didn't make it a hardcore match. Oh, this is gonna mess up this match because I'm pretty sure the Phantom's regular wrestling match isn't very high. Oh, that was a bummer. All right, Scotty Valentine getting the win, continuing his hardcore championship reign, which could it be? I mean, he's the only one who can really go for 195 days to a new record by Air Paris for the longest reign of anybody. But we gave him a lot of people that he could be, dealing with in the future. So Green Phantom is on the ring. Is in the ring with a microphone. He's gonna cut a promo after he just lost. Scotty comes back out. He's not happy, and we're gonna fight again. It's a brawl. And now they're battled to the back. Did they ever stop fighting? They're just these two do not like each other. That'll help their feud. The intergender tag team match: Williams and Callahan versus Anderson and Sherrington. Adam Williams connects with the Tiger Suplex. Williams makes the cover, gets the win, and the champions lose in this non-title match. This is good stuff. We're building. And Evan Gonzalez is in the ring with a microphone. And he's going to talk about Cannon. Gonzalez talking about as the greatest wrestler, and most people are like, what? I've barely seen you. Now you've joined the Misunderstood and you think you're great. Cannon comes out and he's like, really? I don't think so. Oh, he challenges him, but Gonzalez walks away. Gonzalez is just proving, he is the heel now. Madhausen versus Lane and Volume. With the referee's back turned, Mad Braddock hits Johnny Volume with a low blow. What? The referees are not with it tonight. That is a third match where the refs were just out of position. We need, how they say, look at that. Madhausen wins. but they had to cheat. Now I'm wondering, is it Grand Theft Auto downstairs or is somebody outside? Anyway, um, but it definitely sounds like somebody outside. Anyway, yes, we did. You know how wrestling school has all these. You know, you can sign these up for. He's got this, 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 and this. Can we sign up a referee? Oh, Disco Guy is talking to Susie Taylor. Disco Guy, first off, is like, hey, you're now in my position, you know. And because Disco was the person, now he's the champ. And here comes Leo Rush to talk to him. Leo Rush said, let's go. Rush punches Disco Guy and they start to fight. Will we see them later tonight? Chavo versus Lance. Lance goes to the top rope. Lance comes up with a Samoan splash. It connects. See, if Lance, who's very unhappy right now, if he gets into this feud with Chavo, I think it's going to help him get back into one, being happy, and two, being back up as a top guy in our Fed. So Lance wins. And we have two more matches. Yes, our big tag team match with Hero in London versus Kaz and Redbeard. Now Susie Taylor with Lance and Chavo. There's the contract signing. We're having a contract signing now. Put pen to paper. This is going to be for show of shows. Oh, there's a face-to-face stare down, but it was fairly polite. It was a nice polite contract signing because their family, you know, their heritage, it's respect. Redbeard versus Redbeard and Kaz. Hero in London. London hits the 450. It connects. Makes the 3 count, and this one is over. Hero in London, the former tag champs, getting the win over Kaz and Redbeard. Kaz and Redbeard need to start winning, but again, being up in the the co-main event, you know, that's going to help them be a little happier too. Susie Taylor getting the love today. Talking to Madhausen. Lane and Volume getting some retribution after that stolen victory. And Brett Lane and Johnny Volume have sent a major message here. And now we go to the main event. See, it was supposed to be Leo and Disco, but Bruiser Bruno takes his place. Disco's too smart for that. With Bruiser down on the mat, Leo Rush hits Dragon's Call. It connects. Ref makes the 3. And it's over. The winner of the match, Leo Rush. So with this non-real Bruiser Bruno feud, it actually makes it, you know, it's gonna make Leo look good. Ryan Emmett 66 over Andy Black, Susie Parkman over Heather Reynolds 85. Actually, the Scotty Valentine Green Phantom regular match, which I was a little nervous about, got a 71. We'll take that. Considering I messed up, we'll take that. Williams and Callahan versus Carl Anderson Sherrington went 78. Madhausen versus Brett Lane and Johnny Volume went 79. Lance versus Chavo went 66. Hero in London versus Kaz and Redbeard went 77. And Leo Rush and Bruiser Bruno went 86 in their non-feud match. Yeah, that's why I picked Bruiser Bruno. It was originally going to be Chavo, or it was going to be Lance versus Bruiser, but I felt Bruiser would give Leo better matches. And we made 15,811. And we got only one email, so I thought someone was going to be ticked. But no. All right, so we're going to go to the next day. Nothing. Next day. Wages. Next day. Nothing. Okay, we're going to go right to the house show. We're going to move back to Florida. All right, so who did we... Leo and that disco guy. So we want to see Evan and Gonzalez. Gonzalez and Cannon need to fight. Hollis and Bennett versus the Brook Boys need to fight. Everybody else fought. Okay. So we're gonna have a triple threat match for ironically, the television title. And we're gonna put Maccabee, Cannon, and Gonzalez together. We're gonna put Hollis and Bennett with Everett and Bennett. We're going to have a women's title match between Nicole Matthews and Tessa Blanchard. We're going to have this time we're actually going to have a hardcore match. It's going to be Too Tough Tony taking on Travis Dykes. We're going to bring a feud that just kind of ended, but it was more ended by me just because I needed space. But we'll put Huffman and Cash taking on the Kevins. We just looked at something out of question on condition. Okay, Chavo is down, but I wonder why that. Andy Black versus Nemeth match got so low. What's their ability? Did somebody ability drop? Nemeth is a 66. Okay, that's probably why. Nemeth is dropped lower. He's a 66 now. Andy Black is 71, I think. No, he's 70. Yeah, he's 72. Don't know. Okay, so do a women's tag team match. And we'll put Rebecca Prince and Francine Ramsey against Ruby Soho and Amber Nova. Let's put another hardcore match on this show with Todd Gibbs taking on Scotty Davison. And put Alpha taking on our new favorite, the Cereal Man. That match is probably not going to be great, but we got to get the Cereal Man in there. So as always, we're going to skip the highlights and go right to the results on our house show. We sold out at the Melbourne. Actually, I thought that was the 600. But that's all right. So we'll take a sellout, a raucous sold-out crowd. The future stars, mainly, because this is kind of a low... It's funny that this sold out, because this is a very low-draw show. But here we go, straight to results. Right, Alpha beats the Cereal Man. Davison and Gibbs go 83 in a hardcore match. Ruby Soho and Amber Nova beat Rebecca Prince and Francine Ramsey 75. Huffman and Cash defeat the Kevins 75. Travis Dykes defeats Tough Tony with an 84. Nicole Matthews retains her title and gives 78 against Tessa Blanchard. Brooks Boys defeat Hollis and Bennett 75. And Maccabee retains his title over Cannon and Gonzalez. Does not do what I wanted. 73. And again, the house show rules all with an 85.20. Down from its 89 last week, but still a really good show. Fans love the show. Too Tough Tony and Travis Dykes in their debut get 84% match of the night. All right, so we'll fast forward and see if we get it. Oh, it's the end of the month. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. We received 9,400 in sponsorships. 15,000 in our TV deals. We made a profit of 41,000 on merchandise. Heck yeah. We're at 555,000. Last month, we made a profit of $5,264. That's not a lot, but hey, it's a profit, isn't it? Bobby J announces he's going to retire. And we have free agents such as B-Boy, Big Jess, Brian Carson, Brittany Blake, Cain Velasquez, Chakal, Chase Oliver, Christy James, Drolix, and 22 others. Dun dun dun. 3 weeks away from the show of shows. We get an email on the 4th. New prospect. She's a lightweight with great mic skills. Ooh. Hannah Shamrock. And she's got some ability. So welcome. This is going to be our first High Volume Wrestling Academy, because we had the High Volume Wrestling School. Then when the 21st anniversary edition came in, we've not had a candidate who has made it. I think we did sign someone. I think Susie Taylor was the person we signed, but she's now the announcer. So, but this Hannah Shamrock here, she can work. So we're gonna put her in because she could definitely help in the our mixed tag division and in our female division. So let's go. I mean, do we really? I mean, I like that they did put her as a submission wrestler with the sleeper. Okay. And yeah, we'll put her face because we have way more heels than we have. So okay. Welcome to the bunch, Hannah Shamrock. I was hoping we would have gotten the email about, moving up to the regional level. We have yet to do that. Right now, our prospect or our promoter rating still stays at 100. I forget what. Oh, I think I'm just supposed to click. There we go. Our momentum's dropped a little. We've dropped back down to 90, but we're doing well. And I think that might have helped with a lot of my killing off most of my feuds. But we're starting to increase those. Sherrington Callahan leads the way, but because they were on longer. These other ones have now moved up, so we'll see what happens. So that's about it for this episode. We'll be back next week. As we inch closer to the show of shows, we are less than 3 weeks away. 18 days. So that's basically 2 shows. Or 2 of these. So, till then, we'll see you later. Hope everyone has a great night. We'll be back on what would technically be December 26th. I'll be recording it on Christmas. So, hope everyone has a happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it's great. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Bye now.